Hello and welcome back to the Second Chance to Live channel here on YouTube. In today's article, I'm going to be sharing the hope of realizing that although we have flaws because of our idiosyncrasies, our deficits and limitations due to our brain injuries, and maybe the flaws in our character as a result of changes that occurred because of our brain injury, that we can have hope and realize that even though we have those factors and characteristics, and deficits and limitations, they are going to be used. So we need not give up on our process and our journey. To read the article, I'll bring up the article and we'll get started. Before I do, can I please ask you a favor? If you're not already subscribed to this channel, please do so. And if you have not, if you benefit from this article being read, could you please click the thumbs up or like button, as that would help my channel. I appreciate your kindness in doing that. So here's the article. Embracing the Cracks, a journey of healing and purpose after traumatic brain injury. Over the past two articles that I've written for Second Chance to Live, which are traumatic brain injury and learning to love and accept myself, and traumatic brain injury and finding the freedom to be myself, I spoke about issues that left me feeling broken. My process and experience brought me to a place of brokenness. My brokenness left me feeling overwhelmed, insecure, and inadequate. For this, I am grateful. My brokenness motivated me to ask for help and look for solutions. Living our purpose after a traumatic brain injury. In my brokenness, I felt like someone all dressed up with nowhere to go. In my brokenness, I felt like no one wanted what I had to give, and thus my life did not really matter. In my anguish, I had a hard time seeing the light at the end of the proverbial tunnel. But my anguish motivated me to look for answers and solutions, lest I give up and give in to my anguish. In the midst of my quest for clarity, I heard a parable that gave me hope. In the midst of my quest for clarity, I found answers and solutions. In May of 2007, I wrote an article to share the parable, traumatic brain injury and feeling broken in a parable. At this time, I feel led to share this article with you to share what I've learned through my brokenness. My hope is that as you read or listen to this video presentation, that you'll find the courage to ask for and look for solutions. Solutions when you are feeling broken, when you are unable to see the light at the end of your proverbial tunnel, and when you feel that you have lost hope, when you forget to realize that your cracks are being used. The article. Earlier this evening, I felt led to share the parable of the crackpot with a group of friends. The message of the crackpot appeared to have a profound impact on several of my friends. I'm not sure who is the author of the parable, the author of the parable of the crackpot. However, to the author, I would like to say thank you. You are a very wise person. Because the message of the parable is so very powerful, I decided to share the message of the crackpot with you. As you read through this parable or listen to me speak to the parable, may you be encouraged. Be encouraged to just be yourself. Be yourself despite what you may notice in yourself, cracks in you because of the impact of your traumatic brain injury, deficits, and limitations. So here's the parable of the crackpot. A water bearer in India had two large pots, each hung on each end of a pole which he carried across the back of his neck. One of the pots had a crack in it, while the other pot was perfect and always delivered a full portion of water at the end of the long walk from the stream to the master's house. The crack pot, however, arrived only half full. For a full 2 years, this went on, with the bearer delivering only 1.5 pots of water to his master's house. Of course, the perfect pot was proud of its accomplishments, perfect to the end for which it was made. But the poor crackpot was ashamed of its own imperfection and miserable that it was able to accomplish only half of what it had been made to do. After 2 years of what it perceived to be a bitter failure, it spoke to the water bearer one day by the stream. Water, I am ashamed of myself, and I want to apologize to you. Why? Asked the water bearer. What are you ashamed of? I have been able for these past 2 years to deliver only half my load because of this crack in my side causes water to leak out all the way back to the master's house. Because of my flaws, you have to do all the work and you do not get value for your efforts. The water bearer felt sorry for the crackpot, and in his compassion he said, as we return to the master's house, I want you to notice the beautiful flowers along the path. Indeed, as we went up the hill, the old crackpot took notice of the sun warming the beautiful wild flowers on the side of the path and it cheered it up some. And this cheered it up some. But at the end of the trail, it felt bad because it had leaked out half of its load. And so again, the pot apologized to the water bearer for his failure. The bear said to the crackpot, did you not notice that there were beautiful flowers on your side of the path, but not on the other side, on the other pot's side? That is because I have always known about your flaws, and I took advantage of it. I planted seeds on your side of the path, and every day while we walk back from the stream, you've watered them. For 2 years, I've been able to pick those beautiful flowers to decorate my master's table. Without you being just the way you are, he would not have this beauty to grace his house. So that is a profound parable, to realize that even though we may think that we have our cracks and they make us ineffective, and indeed, as the water bearer was able to use the cracks in the old crack pot, so is God able to use our flaws. So don't give up on yourself, and don't give up in your process, and don't give up on a loving God, because he can and will use what you have. So be yourself. And today's thought, we may have bought into the notion that our lives are too cracked to be of any use. We may find ourselves comparing our vessels to other vessels. We may be experiencing shame and sadness because we see ourselves as failures. In the process, we may have developed a fear of failure. Consequently, we may be thinking about giving up. We may want to give up trying to make a difference. We may be saying to ourselves, what's the use in trying anyway anymore? To that I would say, don't give up and be encouraged. More will be revealed to you and to me with time. So these are, by us not giving up and by being ourselves, excuse me, what I've found through my life, I'd like to share with you. And as you allow yourself to be who you are with all your the cracks in your pot, the idiosyncrasies, and the other deficits and limitations that you might have, just be encouraged. So you inspire others to dream more, to learn more, to do more, and to become more. And that's a quote that I like. It says, if you inspire others to learn more, to dream more, to learn more, to do more, and to become more, you are a leader. That's by Quincy Adams. So here are the ways that I found that we benefit others. Because of you and I, people take risks. Because of you and I, people have an advocate. Because of you and I, people are being set free. Because you and I, people are believe in miracles. Because of you and I, people learn to trust again. Because of you and I, people's prayers are being answered. Because of you and I, people learn to love and be loved again. Because of you and I, people choose to get up one more time. Because of you and I, people are drawn to the light of God's love. Without you and I being the way we are, to some, hope would be lost. Excuse me. Because of you and I, destinies are being birthed and dreams realized. Because of you and I, people who once sat in darkness are seeing light. Because of you and I, individuals will ultimately feed the masses. Because of who you and I are, their visions and missions become a reality. Because of you and I, people are blooming and blossoming into their purpose. Without you and I, just the way we are, hope would remain only a concept. Because of you and I, people are inspired to pursue new opportunities and fresh possibilities. So when you remember or someone else reminds you of your cracks, the cracks in your pot, be encouraged. Be encouraged because you have cracks in your pot. Rejoice that cracks exist in your pot. Cracks or what we see as flaws that are being used for without our cracks, the flowers or people in our life along our side of the path as we go forward with our process and our journey. The path may never be watered and experience hope. So, again, the concept is that just be yourself, allow God to use us in ways that we can be used, and trust that our lives are watering and giving hope to people. So be encouraged, my friend. We are a gift to our world because of the cracks in our pot. This is the end of the video presentation. I want to thank you for your time. Please, again, do share this video presentation with anybody that you believe would be benefited. Before I go, let me encourage you with this, as I need to remember. Please do not give up on yourself, a loving God, or your process, because more will be revealed to you and to me with time. The pieces of the puzzle will come together in the correct order and at the right time. So I'll say so long for now. Have a great day, and God bless both you and your family. So long now.